Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, February something, mid-February, almost the end of February. I wasn't going to do a video today, but it's been a couple days since I did one, and just a little thought popped in my head because I'm running a little contest for a new membership card prize, and like the family artwork there in the back. Anyway, trying to get a new prize for the membership cards, and Richard Denisha sent in his suggestion for rookie team of the year. So that one I really like, and Brad Montgomery sent one in for the lowest weight. Like I said, so the contest is we're trying to get or trying to get as many submissions as possible, and I'm going to pick the three best that I like, and we'll do a vote to see which one will win from that. Anyway, it was Richard's rookie of the year one that kind of struck me right off the bat, because I want to touch on a little subject, because this year so far we have so many new teams signed up already for Shoot It, names that I've never heard of. I apologize if I've met you and I don't know your name or whatever. Like I said, it's I've got over 400 anglers every year that fish shootout, so I try to learn everybody's name and know everybody, but sometimes some slip by. But if I have met you and I'm calling you a rookie and you fished my tournament before, I do apologize for that. But like I said, I know at least 5-6 teams, brand new anglers. I'm not sure if they fish BAA or chapter stuff or whatever, but anyway, that's awesome to see that we're getting some new teams in. I don't know if they're young teams or old teams, but anyway, like I said, on that note, because we got a bunch of new guys, I thought I would introduce myself, because I've like I said, so many new people. You haven't met me yet. A lot of people you do know who I am, and another reason for doing this, not just because of Richard's, because of somebody else mentioned to me with the whole Bassmasters thing that I still need to stay involved a little bit, is because people trust me. That couldn't be a bigger compliment to receive, that the anglers trust me. And like I said, this is kind of why I want to do that video, because like I said, if there is no trust there from your organizer, there's not much point of fishing something that you don't trust. So I pray that stays with me forever, as long as I'm involved in this sport. So like I said, I wanted to touch base on who I am, so the people that are fishing new know exactly what you're kind of dealing with. Anyway, I'm 43. I have beautiful wife Erin, who helps out big time in the series. She used to be involved a lot more when we had FLW. I'll touch base on that in a couple of minutes. I have my three beautiful little daughters. I have twin, almost 5, and a 7-year-old. They all go to school about 2 minutes up the road for us, so that's very convenient. I do have a job. I work for a township for the roads department. And like I said, this is Shoot It Fishing League is a part-time gig for me, and it's never been something that I'm looking to get rich off of or make a big pile of money. It's always been for the love of the sport, and again, this is kind of why I'm doing this video. I grew up on Big Rito Lake, about 10 years old. The passion of bass fishing hit me hard. I was out on my little dock on Big Rito, and these sparkly fancy bass boats were ripping around everywhere, and I was just, right off the bat, I was like, what the hell is going on? Is it a boat race? What is it? Didn't know. All of a sudden, one come flying into the bay that we live in and started fishing the docks, and come up to my dock. They fished my dock, never got anything off mine, but 3 docks later, boom, they nailed I don't remember. Like I said, I was 9 years old. I'm 43 now, so we're talking a long time ago. But the excitement those guys had when the fish went in the boat, I was just like, oh my God, I lost my mind. And so I talked to my dad, and he told me what it was all about. So anyway, years went on, and probably I was about 15, I think. I got involved. I got lucky enough, hooked up with an organization called GM Pro Bass. I volunteered every time the tournament came to Big Rito. And once I turned 16 and got my driver's license, I actually volunteered and drove all across Ontario everywhere they went. I went to Sarnia, I went to Midland, I went to Windsor, Port Perry, you name it. I followed where that series went on my own dime. I was not paid. I just had the passion that I had to be involved with this sport, whether I paid for being involved in it or not. Then by the time I was 17, I entered my first fishing tournaments. doing Bass Anglers of Ottawa back then. BAOO was a very popular club. It was 50 boats sold out every year. I did a bunch from like 12 to 16. I did a bunch like with my dad and stuff. I got little fishing games clubs tournaments. But anyway, then I went, like I said, fished the BAA, did that. My first year fishing BAA, fished 5 tournaments and caught 1 fish. We skunked 4 tournaments in a row on lakes I had never been on, showed up. So if you go out there, you don't have a clue what you're doing, don't worry about it. It happens to all of us, especially when you're a rookie team. You're going to be humbled more times than you're going to be rewarded. And don't give up on it. Just keep plugging away. It's just, that's part of the game. You like all these guys that have been fishing this for 10, 15, 20, some 30 years have been fishing these lakes. They know where to go. They don't need to come practice. They just show up and, you know, they're going to find fish regardless. And you'll get there one day too. So anyway, back to me. By the time I was about 20, I started fishing that tour. GM Pro Bass Tour is called Chev Merck Bass Tour. By that time, it had changed names. I fished it for a couple seasons. Then I had a bit of an issue with myself, some personal stuff going on. And I actually picked up and threw a backpack on, and I moved to Florida and to work on a deep sea fishing boat. And I did that for a while. Then I came home, some family issues back home. Everything's good back on that. And then I started fishing Renegade Bass Tour. I did that with a good buddy of mine, Scott Atchison. We fished, probably 10, 15 years together doing GM, or the Pro Bass Canada, and like I said, Bass Anglers of Ottawa, or BAA now. Renegade Bass, we did 7, 8 years of that. And then all of a sudden the opportunity to skip forward a whole bunch of years after doing stuff like that for a while. Skip forward to about, I'm going to say 8, 9 years ago now. Was presented the opportunity from a gentleman named Trevor Sinnett that Laurent, the guy that owned the series before us, he was getting out. He had a job opportunity and he wanted to move on down the road. And so we took it over. And we did that for a couple of years, and no fault of Trevor's. He loved to fish. He has the fishing bug, and so do I. But I knew to run the series, to do it right, I couldn't fish. One of us couldn't fish anyway, and we tried to work it out that way for a little bit, and it just got to be so much that I was like, okay, if we're going to make this work, we have to focus 100%. Nobody can fish. And he said he still had to fish. So that's why I just took over. And like I said, it wasn't bad for either one of us. It was the right move to do, because it wasn't going to work with one guy fishing and one guy on shore all day long. And I didn't care who took it over. It just had to be done that way. Luckily now I've got a good enough crew. I'm starting to poke back into the fishing a little bit. I still shaking in my bones in the boat when I'm fishing. It's tough to do, because I'm nervous that things aren't getting done right, or something's getting broken, or every time my phone rings, I'm paranoid that an accident's happened with one of my anglers. So it's not easy to fish. Being the organizer, my mind is never in it, and everybody knows when you're fishing this tournament game, if your head is not in it, you're behind. You're behind right off the bat. So I'm always behind the game, but it's fine. I get to go out, and at least I get to go and try and have fun time with my buddy Scott back out in the boat again. So I'm loving that. I fished with Fern a little bit last year. That was a great time. But I'm really excited to be back in the boat with Scott again. Like I said, we've been doing this for a long time. We're best buds, and anyway, it'll be a great year for us. So anyway, back to the series. I took it over full time, just me. I think I did it on shore for about 4 years. Me and my dock master Mike, he's been a huge help. Didn't fish at all. Didn't even try. Like I said, wanted to get everything tickety-boo before I attempted doing it again. And then I started with 1 tournament, and now I'm up to 4 or 5 if I'm lucky in a season. And if all of a sudden I see things are starting to fall behind, I'll be back sitting on shore all day long. It's what I love to do. So anyway, after about 4 years of doing that, I had the opportunity to come up to run FLW in Canada. I approached them about the idea, and they loved it, and we started the international division. Did that for 3 years, and most people probably have heard a rumor that FLW got rid of me. That is 100% false. They did not get rid of me. It was not working. I was not making money at it. My family was struggling big time. When we signed the contract for FLW, I had my one daughter. It was about a month after the contract signing. My wife sprung a surprise on us that we're having twins. So 3 years of trying to run a major organization like FLW, and having twins and plus a 3-year-old on top of that was not easy, and our home life really struggled. And I'm thankful we're all still together here, but it could have ended way worse with the contract that we had to honor, and we did that. And I approached them on the last year saying I will not be renewing. We're not making money. They offered to try to fix things, and I said, well, we'll see. And then the next thing you know, that was it. It was over. They'd found somebody else, and that's exactly what happened. No word of a lie in any of it. They went on their way, I went on my way, and it's worked out the best for everybody. Shootout could not be in a better position. We were not in this position before FLW. We were definitely not in it when we had FLW. Like I said, things are just 100% awesome right now, and hopefully we get to keep that going. So anyway, that's, like I said, that's kind of where we left off once FLW was gone and I could focus back on Shootout. So this year we've doubled sponsors, new title sponsor with SFL X Zone Pro Tour. Like I said, we're trying to give away all kinds of new awards. The one thing I do want to, it's kind of funny that I'm bringing it up to say it this way. I have a lot of anglers that thank me personally for doing what I do. That makes me so uncomfortable. Please don't do that. I'm a very selfish person. I'm not doing this for the anglers. I'm not doing it for anything else. I'm doing it for myself. And it's not for the money. It's for the fact that I am obsessed with this sport. I love it so much. I want it to succeed here more than anybody. I'm crazy. I've put so much time, money, effort into it. In it since I've been about 12. I did my first tournament, and now I'm 43. So you do the math on that. I'm over 30 years experienced in this in one way or another. I'm sure there's other guys that are too, but not when it's come to, have you picked up a bag and moved to another country? Have you volunteered across the province just to be involved in the sport? So that's what I'm saying. So don't thank me for what I'm doing. I do appreciate it, and like I said, the big thing is that people trust. That's the biggest compliment I can get. Like I said, I'm doing it for a personal reason, because I want this sport to be the best it can. It has nothing to do with offering everybody more money, more prizes, whatever. Yeah, that's what's going to make the sport better, and that's what I'm striving towards. But it's not to make people happy. It's to make myself happy, because like I said, since I've been a wee young lad, this is what I have wanted to see, and I have lost girlfriends over it. I've been close to losing my family over it. I've lost tens of thousands of dollars over this sport. So like I said, it's I hope people don't take offense to me saying that. It's I do appreciate the thanks and all the hard work that we put into it. But again, like I said, it's for a selfish reason, because I want to see this sport be the best it can be in Canada, and hopefully we're working our way towards that. So anyway, back to the prize. I want to hear some opinions on something awesome we can give away. This is the membership card thing. I'm hopefully to get some sponsors that might want to throw in some prizes and stuff like that, maybe some new sponsors. So anyway, hope you like the video. Like, subscribe, do the whole junk, whatever. Hopefully everybody's having a great day. I work, this is Thursday, so I'm working the next bunch of days in a row, so probably no videos unless something happens. Like I said, there's nothing on the plate right now other than pushing out this whole membership card new awards program. Hopefully we can get something locked up there for you. And other than that, have a good day. And if you want to chat ever, give me a call, 802-1382. Message me on Facebook, message me on texting, or my email, Cory@shootoutfishingleague.com. Anyway, take care. Talk soon.